All right. Man, I think I also positioned the mics better. That's also one reason why. So I am going to turn this down a tad bit. I'm going to turn that a tad bit right there. Whoa, man! I mean, we normally talk like this.
Yeah, we're not normally.
Well, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm shouting at the camera, but the mic's right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
And we're back here with Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Season 5, Episode 5, which chronologically is...
Last time, the king was sentenced to die. Saul decides to just go and fucking crack the egg wide open and go save his ass, and he gets... It's a one-way shield.
You called it a roach hotel?
Yeah, it's a fucking roach hotel.
Yeah.
And he fucking got in there. You check in, but you can't check out. So he fucking went in there and he couldn't get back out.
It was a cool visual effect, and we talked about like that really cool general guy who kind of like the general on Gladiator. I don't know if he was a janitor.
Oh.
I mean, he's loyal to the regime, but he has a conscience. And he got to the point where he's like, I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah, sheathe your swords, that guy.
Sheathe your... Yeah, he was cool. He's a funny voice, but he's a cool guy. He's kind of like Adam.
Quintus.
Look at me. Look at me, Quintus. Yeah.
Your family will join you in the afterlife.
I hated to say it.
Yeah.
No, that guy was cool, and it reminded me of another guy who was really cool. So, my kids and I just recently watched The Karate Kid. I like the one with Will Smith's son. Yeah. And because, for one thing, they're in China, and that was really cool to be on the Great Wall. And I also love Jackie Chan so much. He's a treasure. There was there's this guy who was reffing the fight in the end. And he has, like, no role, except he has a mustache, the hairiest arms, like a polo shirt that's like red, tight. And he's like the manliest guy you ever seen in the 80s. Like just jacked, farm looking guy with like a mustache and a hair. As soon as you see him, you're like, that is a fucking manly man. Yeah. And it reminded me of that guy, the general guy.
Oh, this guy.
The guy who repented. Repented and saved the true king. Anyways, guys, before we jump in, just to let you know, we're working on 3-week and 4-week early access, so it's a good way to support us. Just being a patron, we appreciate you guys. And we're going to jump in. We're going to start Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Season 5, Episode 5. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Not really.
It could be. It's not untrue. Yeah. I do want to say something. I was wrong about the fact that Onderon being a prequel planet. Now, Onderon has been around forever in George's notes, but it first made its appearance in the prequels. And I didn't know this, but Palpatine was in the Episode 4 novel. They don't mention his name in the movies until 1.
Oh, yeah, it's just the Emperor.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. You don't feel that, but he's in the books. 1977. Yeah, he's Emperor Palpatine. Really? Yeah.
Whoa! My fellow subjects, we are in the midst of a great struggle. The Confederacy has used the recent attacks as an opportunity to tighten their hold on Onderon. They have accused me of leading these so-called terrorists. It is a lie. The truth is, I have never met them before now. I have come to know them as the true sons of Onderon.
You think that the droids would just shoot the fucking thing?
Probably would, yeah.
To those who conspire to take it from us.
Yeah, no one knows that fucking thing is hanging out up there.
They're looking at the hologram.
Up. Pelvis to pelvis.
They used to tell us at St. Mary's when we were getting real close to save some room for the Holy Spirit. You know that? You can't blast them. They're just throwing fruit. It's going to be like what happened to 13 Colonies, right? He looks cool, I'd say.
The people are turning against the droids. There's rioting in the streets now.
That's a beautiful thing. We should join the fight down there and take it straight to King Rash.
We all want victory, but not at the cost of innocent lives. If we fight door to door, no one is safe.
She's right.
I agree. The more you draw the droids from the city to the highlands, the safer the people will be.
My men await your command, my lord.
You will lead our forces, including the Royal Army.
Stila is now the commanding general.
A great choice.
As you wish, my lord.
That was a little awkward.
Just in case.
Star Wars was always good at having like a woman kind of
Strong
take charge of her sexuality in a way that wasn't like irritating.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. You think that was Ahsoka just kind of accepting?
Yeah.
We are losing the public. If they turn against us, I fear the outcome. We must eliminate General Tandon and the terrorists before the people commit to their efforts.
General, our scouts have located the main rebel forces in the mountains to the east.
With the rioting in the city, how can we spare the troops to attack the rebels in the mountains?
Do not underestimate our means. If the rebel army falls, the citizens will lose their courage.
He looks goofy as fuck, but he sounds really cool.
He sounds cool, yeah. I've always liked in video games the most expensive version of the weapons you buy, like Grand Theft Auto, they have that gold plating stuff. Yeah.
Engraving.
Yeah, engraving, yeah. Drone strike.
Ready.
Saw, begin your attack.
These things look vicious. Like horses, but they have carnivore teeth.
Imagine the horses out here, they're fucking carnivores.
Yeah, it'd be awful. I wouldn't want to go in the woods. My life would have been different. It really reminds me of Vietnam. Except purple and shit. Goddamn Independence Day, guys. You gotta see that second movie. I was just listening to this thing on the Obama administration on drone strikes, and now I'm watching what seems like a drone strike.
I take it the rebels have Dooku's full attention.
It's a full-scale war. They need our help. Please talk to the Council.
The Council will not engage or involve the Republic in an internal affair.
The Separatists have a new gunship with a powerful ray shield. Nothing's getting past it.
They will have to find a way. Do not stay there if their failure is certain. Evacuate who you can, and return to Coruscant immediately.
We need to help them. We will do what we can to relocate the survivors. Before they lose their planet. I don't disagree with you, Anakin. But to send in Republic gunships defeats our purpose. We must stay true to our intentions. Learn our lessons.
It doesn't have to look like we're the ones helping. What if another party was involved?
Who in the galaxy would be running around with an extra batch of missiles?
Hondo.
I completely forgot about him. That actually was some good intrigue right there.
Yeah.
Because you know, Anakin, you know how he is.
Is the Republic going to help us?
King Rash rules Onderon. Unless that changes, the Republic can't do anything.
They're pulling back. Cover them.
You know how fucking hard it would be to sit there and stand there and just do nothing?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, it just...
We have to regroup at the nest.
That's a pretty cool shot.
Skywalker, my old friend. You come alone?
I need you to make a delivery for me.
And that is all I am to you, Jedi? A delivery boy?
I know that if I need arms shipped illegally, you're the man I need to go to.
Illegally? Now why would a Jedi need to deliver arms?
You just deliver the missiles for me and don't ask any questions.
I'm sure I could accommodate your wishes, Master Jedi.
He's not a master.
He doesn't have the rank of master, but he's, you know, a master Jedi. People, to anyone underneath him. He's technically not ranked master, but it's like Ahsoka calls him master. And, yeah. In the books, Anakin is annoyed by the formality of being called master because he knows he's not. So, to your credit, he thinks the same thing.
Yeah, he's not fucking.
You and him would think the same thing about that.
You goddamn right.
Everyone else will get shut down.
I'll do all I can to protect you, but I can't fight this war for you.
We wouldn't have made it this far without you.
They're so involved now.
Wait.
I know. They're invested.
We have company.
The quick delivery.
You know how they deal with time in Star Wars.
Like 2 boxes of shit. That's all you get.
Well, you could be my new favorite spies.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Careful, pirate.
What are you doing here?
You should thank me, child. I have brought you a gift from Skywalker and Kenobi.
Paid for?
Very handsome. Oh! Oh my, look at the guy. Well, my work is done.
I'd be ducking.
Well, my work here is done.
I hope we see him in one of the live-action series.
It was only a patrol.
We have to get these down to the others.
That feels like not enough.
Ain't much, but there's only, what, 3 or 4 of those other ships?
Yeah.
I love this.
Stila, they're attacking the nest. They're after the king.
Come on.
How do you stay on those things?
Sure leads by example.
What good will that do us if she gets herself killed?
That's what Luke says to Leia about Han.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Where is the false king?
I'll never tell you.
Find the king.
I gotta find the fucking king. You're just blowing everything up.
Oh, it's like over there. Those are the most badass fucking droids.
I still like the fucking droidicals the most, I think.
Oh, they
There's something cool about them.
Oh, they're really cool. But I guess those are scary, is what I mean.
Those fucking things jumping all over the goddamn place.
Yeah. And they look human. Did it go through the droid, hit him?
No, the droid shot him when he fell.
Last one's mine.
You see that, the kitty thing I saw you?
But if I can throw him off the... What about her? Jesus!
I got you.
Oh, well, that's unpleasant.
I feel really sad.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah. Because they built her up to be pretty cool. Oh, what happened?
What did I miss?
I need more reinforcements.
General Kalani, what is your assessment of the situation? To defeat them will take time. A prolonged war does not interest me, General. Their rebellion grows with every small victory. Salvage the remaining arms and withdraw the army. Bring them to Agamar.
What about...
He cuts his losses like, you know.
It was my fault. I shot that gunship down.
So, it's not your fault. She knew what the risks were. We all knew what it would take to free Hondo.
Cool, Jill?
Yeah.
There's some green.
A lot of green.
Yeah. All the rich people.
This has been quite a journey for our Padawan.
Stila will be a powerful spirit in their lives.
Yes. For all of us.
Motherfucker, you weren't there.
Right?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. But it's over now.
Let's just leave it at that.
Steela would be glad. Her sacrifice gave Onderon its freedom.
But at what cost? It's like you once said, many lives get caught between the Republic and the Separatists.
But after watching your heroics and the selflessness of the Jedi, I do believe the Republic is the right side to be on. Dendip has appointed me the new senator of Onderon. I will follow in my mother's footsteps, and I will bring us back to the Republic.
Remember this day, the day Onderon became free again.
I don't know why I got emotional watching it. For some reason, I kept thinking about my sister. I don't know why.
Because his sister died?
I know, but I usually just I do not attach it to my life.
But it still affected you. Did it not?
Matthew Wood.
Your little friends.
Oh, the guy who plays Grievous plays the general.
Does he?
Yeah. Cool.
The shield generator is quite safe of your pitiful band.
Entire legion of
Full length, see back to YouTube channel for the discussion.
Killed by teddy bears. Wait.
Vietnam, they're warriors.
Not in that movie, they're not. All right, not in that movie, they're not.
Well,
they're
that's
not,
why. That's when you do what I did. You go to the books.
They haven't portrayed that way at all. It's just like a bunch of cute little fuckers.
Yeah, I play Battlefront 2. They're fucking.
Well, you've told me they're hunting you in the night, but this shit here, it's like.
Yeah, they're cannibals too. They're fucking eating people and stuff. It's.
Well, they're not. They wouldn't be cannibals then.
Oh yeah, cannibals, but they're fucking carnivores.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna eat Luke and Han. And all
it was cute in that movie. It was not cute in that game.
Well, they should have portrayed it better because these they don't seem very savage when they're portrayed the way they are, but they're killing all these fucking troopers.
Yeah, throw rocks at them like, oh.
Yeah.
That was last episode of the arc. What'd you think?
That was good. It's cool to see Saul's backstory. I'm a big Saul Guerrero fan.
Yeah, he's great. Honestly, I was getting emotional thinking. Because, his last words in the Rogue One graphic novel were Steela before he gets hit by the Death Star or whatever. Drives him to do crazy things throughout his life. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think villains who have that kind of story always, they're really interesting to me.
Saul's not a villain.
You're right, he's not a villain.
He's more of a rogue.
He's an extremist. And like in Bad Batch, he just does some, and later on he does some questionable things.
Yeah, but he's not fucking a Vader. I know he's supposed to be kind of a Vader for the Rebels, but he's not a Vader.
No, he's not a Vader. And
Vader does some. I guess if you're being forgiving, you could write off a lot of what Saul does as collateral damage, even though he understands that he's taking those risks and he's putting those people's lives on the line. It's not like he just did something and didn't know someone was there and they got killed and has to accept it. He's saying, okay, it doesn't matter if they're there because the Empire's there.
Yeah.
And we have to attack them there.
Try to give everything of himself to fighting the Empire, but he doesn't align himself with the rebels of the time. He helps them. Sometimes their goals overlap, so he reluctantly helps, but he doesn't trust them. Yeah, I mean,
well, it just gets worse with time too.
It does. It does.
Because eventually he's just a fucking madman living on the edges of whatever that city was that was destroyed in Rogue One.
Yeah. So in this episode, we had a lot of cool things. We had the talk of government misinformation, like manipulating what the people hear, because we got to make sure this doesn't happen because they will get encouraged and they'll want to throw with the rebels. So we got to. I thought that was. That's obviously something that I think it's cool to have in a show for younger people because that is the real world, right? Anakin versus Obi-Wan when they're having that conversation. I'm glad Anakin was able to, I think, reason with Obi-Wan in a way to where we could still have the Jedi way, but let's go over there and get these pirates to do for us. So what's interesting is Anakin, out of all the Jedi, he's willing to work with pirates and bounty hunters, and later on Vader, he's not above doing it.
No, he's not.
We don't need to stop him.
Disintegration.
It just made me think. It's just a cool character moment for him because later on to get something he needs done, he will do that. What good does it do if he gets himself killed? Which obviously a direct line from Episode 4. And I guess for some reason, Dooku's a dark character, but for some reason the way and the manner, like the angle from really far away of King Rash getting shot, it wasn't one of those things where Dooku was, I don't know, because I don't remember this. Like, try to do more because he invested so much in it already. But he cut his losses.
In Episode 2, when the theatrical version,
Yeah.
When Django gets his head cut off, Dooku has that look.
It's the greatest look ever, and they cut it out.
And they cut it out.
Yeah.
But we know for a fact that it was there.
Yeah.
We have those moments versus the people that, originally saw the original trilogy in theaters.
Yeah.
And then they got edited, and by the time we got a hold of it, and we never got to see have that. Well, it's the same thing. We got to see that shit, and we know that Dooku was kind of appalled.
Because we did that for years because of that.
I know.
Then we saw the movie. What the heck? Where'd it go?
I know.
I remember there's a couple friends who thought it was crazy. Like, they didn't have, why would they change it? It's a stupid thing to change. I mean, they did.
They fucking changed it. They took it out. So, yeah, but he was appalled.
Yeah.
By what he saw. Mm-hmm. So, to me, that is always going to be part of his character.
Yeah.
And so to see them portraying him now, which you can say the dark side's corrupted him more.
Yeah.
Or the necessity is demanded more, which is part of the dark side. I don't know.
Yeah, and in the books, he certainly seemed very cutthroat on the pages, which is based on the original screenplay. Like, I mean, but we know he's not, like, the most evil guy. I mean, he truly thought, and he was correct to say that the Republic was corrupt, and they were rotting from the inside, and the Jedi weren't that much better, and he was right. It just, he aligned himself with a guy who took advantage of those things. You know what I mean?
That and him and his resources.
Yeah, I mean, it's his wealth that pretty much
funded the Confederacy.
Yeah. I love Dooku. It was weird to see King Rash die that way. I don't know. For me, it felt darker.
It was darker because he was just...
I think because we didn't expect...
Well, you see his desperation.
Yeah.
And then his...
And Dooku's very calm. Like, what's your assessment? Like, we're going to lose? Okay, well, just get out. And Dooku had no qualms about saying that. And then... And then the General Robot guy he didn't even need to say anything to him. He shot him.
Yep.
Because that was always part of the plan if it didn't work out. Yeah, okay, so how do you feel about Steela dying? I know we said during reaction it was sad, but,
Well, it sucks. I mean, it sucks because they invested in this arc between her and that boy. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
That there's a love interest there. There's something is developing. And then they stripped away.
They stripped it away.
And it's sad to see.
It is when that happens, but like using her death, like he's motivated now to be a senator, like his mother was, and try to do things the non-rebellious, non-violent way. I mean, it's easier now that you took back Onderon. Mm-hmm. But so I'm pretty sure when the Empire comes later on, they just take over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Empire had vast resources.
Yeah. I mean, they put everything into their military. Mm-hmm. So I'm very sure, like, not too long after the war, which is 2 years from now or a year from now, it all goes to shit again. Mm-hmm. So, and because that's where Saw essentially starts doing his thing. He forms that other group. I can't remember what it's called.
Isn't it called
it's like a weird name.
Partisans?
Yeah, the Partisans. Yeah. So
which partisans is just a word for
a part, right?
Well, like you have partisan groups, like partisan warfare. Mm-hmm. It's like you just have factions.
Okay.
But if they are literally, which I'm very sure they are, I could be wrong, but Saul's partisans, or just partisans, whatever. But they're just like a little faction. It's probably meant to represent that, kind of like what happened in Yugoslavia, like Serbs and shit. They had very factionalized warfare. That's partisan warfare.
Okay. And another note was it's cool seeing Hondo always. I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of fucking character.
He's a great
voice,
character.
And he's got a very charismatic.
Yeah. Oh well, time
for Pete the Cat.
Pete the Cat. Yep.
Oh, goof.
Any other particular thing that stood out to you that you liked, didn't like about the entire arc?
I think we covered pretty much most of it.
No, yeah, like we liked it. And next arc is actually something that I don't ever remember watching, either on Blind Wave or by myself. Like I know the broad strokes because I've Googled it, but
I don't remember it either because I've never seen it.
Exactly. So guys, if you want to support us, just make sure you click on that link and go watch the next episode because the next 2, 3, and hopefully 4 will be on there. Anyways, we're out of here.